Andrew W. Walker is one of my favourite Hallmark actors, and his character Nick in Bottled with Love is one of my favourite of his characters. That doesn't mean the film itself is one of my favourites, primarily because Abbey is quite an annoying protagonist. Not completely, I can stomach her, but I do have a few issues with her attitude. But Bethany Joy Lenz plays her absolutely fantastically. I think the casting throughout this is great. I love Frances Flanagan as Aunt Frances. Start to finish, although not perfectly, I was engaged. And the Bottled with Love aspect refers to Abbey in one of the opening scenes where she's single, unhappy with it. She writes down everything her heart desires, puts it in a bottle, and throws it into the water. And flash forward however many months, and somebody plucks it out of the water. That's one aspect of the narrative as this person begins to communicate with her, and there's this potential romantic love interest with this mystery stranger who's found her message in a bottle. But she's also dealing with things at work, and the boss's son has come on board to help her out with several projects so he can get a grip with that aspect of the business. And contrary to the growing love she has with the mystery man, this relationship with Nick does not get off to a great start. Where will her heart lie? Who will she find true love with by the end of the film? And what are the curveballs that this film throws at us? I will not say that it's the most predictable film, but there are certain things that happen that I thought were blatantly obvious. But there are a few surprises along the way that will keep you engaged for a little bit longer. I think the development of the narrative is very interesting. I think some of the scenes were pretty great. There's a scene involving fishing, which, if you said to me there's a scene with fishing, I would have said that's not going to engage me at all, but I really enjoyed it. Although Abbey in that scene was exceptionally irritating. It's like she was trying to play a character, and that Abbey was trying to play this character, and Abbey's acting was not very good. As I said, Bethany Joy Lenz as Abbey, very well acted, but Abbey just really irritated me. And there was one point where she found out the truth about something, and she completely overreacted and blamed somebody else for what had happened, even though they hadn't done it intentionally. And I just wanted to punch her in the face. This happens a lot with Hallmark characters, where somebody finds out something and they overreact and don't give the other person a chance to explain, and I want to slap them because they're selfish and self-centered and think that the other person must have had an ulterior motive, must have been out to get them, and the whole world revolves around them, and woe is me, everything's gone wrong. That's the case here. But I didn't like her anyway, so it's not like it flipped my opinion of the character. But Nick, I really liked. I really liked him. I thought his heart was in the right place. Sometimes his attitude wasn't the best, but he always very quickly realised the error of his ways, and I thought he was an absolute joy to watch. The film was released in 2019, directed by David Weaver, written by Kelly Bowe. It's not my favourite Hallmark film, but it is pretty good fun. It's part of their spring range, and if you're looking for a Hallmark film that you haven't seen, and this is one of them, I'd say Bottled with Love is certainly worth giving a watch.